I mean, Milford was able to win 56-39, but Escalante didn't have one of their starters, McKinley Cottom, one of their big scorers, defenders. So, Milford got a pretty good win there in the region tournament, but I expect to see more of that close score that was in that the first time these two teams met.
Yeah, and Region 20 is such a strong region. The Escalante, they come in at 9-14, Milford at 9-17, and that will do it for the Snow College pregame report. Check them out at snow.edu. Up next, we'll have starters and tip-off.
Here's a call out to all experienced CDLA drivers. Barney Trucking wants you to join their team. They pride themselves on what they have to offer. For more info, call their recruiting office at 866-443-1160 or visit www.driveforbarney.com.
Bryce Canyon National Park. Seeing it in person is nothing short of magical. And this year, as we celebrate Bryce's 100th anniversary as a protected national treasure, there's no better time to take in some of that magic. There'll be concerts, festivals, and other events throughout the year. So start making plans now to join us for this once-in-a-lifetime celebration. For more information, visit brycecanyon.org.
All right, well, let's take this down to Bo's Auto Parts. They should have the parts to get us going.
Can I help you with something?
Bo's CarQuest takes pride in serving all of southern Utah. Visit us in Beaver, Cedar City, and St. George for all of your auto part needs. We thank you for choosing to shop local.
We are back at Richfield High School as they are set to do starting lineups between Milford and Escalante. Yesterday, Milford started their tournament. They lost to Valley. It was 51-36. They outscored Valley by 4 in the second half, but they were down 9 at halftime, got off to a slow start. And then on the other side for Escalante, they were the nightcapper against Paiute at the end of the day, and Paiute, they're a really good team. They beat the Moquis 51-23, and the Moquis just struggled to get anything really going on offense throughout that game, so they'll look to change that and get scoring early and often. The Tigers are led by Talia Spalding. She scores 12 a game. Presley Wilden scores 8, so they are the two that lead the way in the points department for the Tigers. And they will start Presley Wilden, Hadley Griffiths, Talia Spalding.
They got to change the number out there, number 10.
It's like Taylin, number 10 will be, so Paisley Florence. The rosters that we get are sometimes a little different than what is actually out on the floor. So also Alyssa Sherwood, number 20, will get the start. And then for the Moquis, they're led by Maisie Dunton, Nadia Griffin, and McKinley Cottom. Dunton averages 11 a game. Nadia Griffin, that is. There's also Sonata Griffin, but Nadia averages 8.9 points and Cottom averages 7.7. They will start Kiera Sandifer, McCall Dunton, Brianna Woolsey, Kiera Sandifer, and McKinley Cottom. So we are set for tip-off. It's been a theme in these games lately that the colors of the two schools match. We had last game, Green River, Bryce Valley, the green and black, and today with Milford and Escalante, it's the red and black. It will be the Escalante Moquis in white with red numbers and lettering, and the Milford Tigers in black with the red lettering and white numbers, and tip-off underway, controlled by the Tigers. Maybe it's like a shade of red and orange for the Moquis, so looks red from here. It's a little bit lighter than Milford, and an opening possession turnover. Scoreboard looks a little orange for the Moquis. Red for the cheerleaders in their outfits and the uniforms that travel. So 2 back-to-back turnovers, 1 for each team as we get started early. Nate Thatcher, our producer, he's the one that's helping out put the graphics up. Or it's Milford who's got the orange on the scoreboard, but their jerseys are red. The mid-range jump shot is no good for Florence. Moquis go the other way, and taking a hard foul, slid for about 10 feet, was Dunton.
Dunton just got that rebound and head straight down the floor, looking to create some offense.
As a scorer, you like to get the ball in your hands and look to make a move, so that's what she did. Moquis patient up top. A few passes inside. They go to Dunton. She banks off the elbow. Jumper, no good. Tigers run the other way. Spalding has it on the logo R for Richfield High School. She gets it back in the corner. Looks inside. This Moquis zone, they've doubled Spalding in the corner. She dribbles her way out of it. 13 on the shot clock. Florence, with the shot clock winding down, 7. Fans are starting to get antsy, yelling at the shot clock. They count it down. 2 seconds left. They get it off air ball. That's no good. And the Tigers grabbed the rebound, but shot clock didn't reset, so that'll be a shot clock violation.
Yeah, it didn't draw iron on that shot. Really haven't seen that shot clock expire too many times so far today. Good defense by the Moquis that time to get it wound down.
We haven't, and you kind of realize they just implemented it this year. It doesn't come into play a whole lot until the end of games. That's one of the few times that earlier in the game the shot clock factors in. Moquis go inside out, but the pass to the outside is fumbled, and in the corner, Trapp somehow dribbles out of it, but stolen by Spalding. She goes right side the other way, takes a bump, and it will be a foul against the Moquis. Kiera Sandifer picks up her first.
You know, with the shot clock being instituted this year, I think it has made a difference. I mean, you don't see necessarily shot clock wind down and expire, but overall, I've seen a lot of games where teams would burn a minute, 2 minutes to get that perfect layup. You just don't see that anymore.
As there's steps by the Tigers. So another turnover. And you're right, it does, I guess it just helps to bring a more pure form of basketball, I think, because it's more focused on getting into your offense and running some plays. You're not just standing around waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, I really like the fact that it gets all the players involved. You've got a kid out there that can shoot. You can't just have 1 or 2 and wait for the open opportunity anymore.
Moquis, they have 15 on the shot clock. It's Cottom who gets stuck, but finds Nadia Griffin, who will work her way to the free throw line. So the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line still 0-0. Looking for the first points will be Griffin. And the most aggressive teams that notice the shot clock as much as Griffin's first is good makes a scoreless tie. That these offenses have adjusted and they're able to make it so we don't notice as much the shot clock.
Right. I think it's also a good opportunity for these kids if they want to play at the next level to prepare for a shot clock situation, because I think it's hard for kids to adjust. Is that a good shot for me? Is it not a good shot for me? I don't know. When you have a shot clock, you have to take the first real open look that you have, and you can't always just burn time waiting for a better one.
20 on the shot clock for the Tigers. Spalding on the right wing. They circled around to the left corner. Florence, she has it up top, back to Spalding. Spalding, a good look inside to Sherwood. Sherwood lobs it up, no good. The putback, again, no good. It was Wilden. So Moquis 2-0 lead, more than 3 minutes in. Still no field goals by either team. Left side are the Moquis. That entry pass is tipped, and the three-point attempt is up and good. McCall Dunton knocks it down. So the first field goal is a Canyon City three-pointer. And Dutton breaks things open, 5-0 lead for the Moquis.
Dutton tried to pass that in. It was knocked out right back to her, and she just shot it in for 3.
Wow, a tough finish for Spalding. She makes the baseline floater look easy, but she finally gets the Tigers on the board nearly halfway through the first quarter. And quickly the other way is a collision. It's Kiera Sandifer. They call it on the shot, so 2 free throws back again at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
That last shot by Talia Spalding, she got bumped on that shot too. That was great body control to finish that.
It really was. She was falling to the ground, still got it to go. First free throw is good for Sandifer, and some fresh legs come in for the Tigers. Now that is 2 fouls on Presley Wilden, so she will go to the bench with a little bit of foul trouble.
Sandifer knocks down both of her free throws, 7-2 in favor of the Moquis.
Wilden, who just checked into the game, that's Miley Wilden, who checked in for Presley Wilden. Florence in the corner. She finds her way out of it, throws it off the back island, and freshly checked in, Miley Wilden makes a difference. Rebound and put back for 2.
Boy, hit the back of the rim, bounced up high, and dropped through.
Nearly bounced off the shot clock, which would have been out of bounds as the Moquis barely get it across the timeline in time. But Wilden makes a difference again, gets the steal, and she takes a bump. So Miley Wilden, she checks in less than a minute, picks up an offensive rebound, a bucket, and now a steal.
Like I said, I really like that Milford does this. The coach, Mallory Bailey, she just runs girls in and out. And, you know, sometimes you have a kid that just has that game that maybe they're a bench player but comes in and just a great spark for you.
Florence, her jumper is missed left, and the Moquis chase it down. Sandifer goes down the right side, closest to us and the scores table, and she throws it away. Kylie Fisher gets the steal. Now Florence slows things down for the Tigers. Trailing 4-7 is Milford. They have it left side of the screen or left side of your radio broadcast. And they get bumped. It's Talia Spalding who was clear out on the logo R, and she takes the bump. So a little bit of a break for the Tigers. Nothing going, but they draw the foul 40 feet from the basket. Florence goes into the quarter. Miley Wilden chucks the 3, air ball. Rebound brought down by Dunton. Dunton nowhere to go in the corner, throws it back up top to Cottom. Now inside, good post move by Griffin. She can't get it to go, and the ball's fought for. Collision. And Spalding draws another foul, this time on McCall Dunton.
She's a heady player, Talia Spalding. She's even able to take a little bit of a bump and kind of sell it a little bit sometimes. You see a lot of college and NBA players able to do that, you know, get the ref's attention, draw that foul.
She earns a breather. It's Whitney Stoddard who checks in for Spalding. And Stoddard throws away the pass, so the other way go the Moquis, and it's Sandifer who has her layup blocked by the rim, and then another foul. That's 3 consecutive fouls on the Moquis that have happened 40 feet away from the hoop or more, that time about 94 feet away.
Yeah, just sometimes those frustration fouls where miss the layup, miss a shot, turn it over, and the first thing you do is go over to try and get it back and create a foul.
And it's Sandifer who checks out of the game. She has 3 fouls, so foul trouble for Kiera and the Moquis. It's 5 team fouls. Under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Moquis lead 7-4. And the Bryce Canyon City three-pointer is no good by Griffiths. Moquis limit it to 1 shot, and they go the other way. It's Cottom left side. Cottom pivots around, looking for an open teammate, and officials will discuss jump ball or foul. It will be a foul. against the Tigers as the student section chants, "You can't do that."
Yeah, both teams have pretty good student sections over here.
There's a presence. It looks like the Milford, it's got to be the boys basketball team.
Yeah.
They're all wearing matching hoodies, just finished their game. And another foul. So 10 total fouls in the first quarter, 5 apiece by each team. We're looking like the second quarter might be full of free throws.
Yeah.
Oh, good look inside. A quick play. Another whistle, another foul.
Yep. I'm beginning to wonder if it's just every game I broadcast where try to break the new record for fouls in a game.
Nadia Griffin will go to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. She's 2 for 2 today. Announcer's jinx in effect, of course, as she misses the first off the front iron.
A lot of fouls, I think, will benefit a team like Milford, who has a lot of girls that just run in and out. I think they're a little bit deeper than Escalante.
So it will be 1-1 the rest of the half for the Moquis. And a beautiful dish inside. Miley Wilden finishes for 2, so she has 4 of the 6 points for the Tigers. Moquis set it up top in the left. Cross-court pass into the corner. Official says that it went deflected off the Tigers and then off the Moquis right away. So a good job by Stoddard to jump in the passing lane and force the turnover. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Tigers look underneath to Wilden. She was standing underneath the zone of the Moquis, and it was Griffiths who looked inside, but it goes off the outstretched hands of Wilden. That is Miley Wilden. There's Presley and Miley for the Tigers. Presley on the bench with 2 fouls. Moquis work it around left side. Cottom loses control, but it's Woolsey who comes away with it. They'll reset up top. Cottom passes over to Maisie Dunton, and Dunton, she gets her first field goal. The leading scorer for the Moquis gets on the board.
Yeah, that was a nice 15-foot jumper from the left elbow.
And just like that, 5 seconds to go in the quarter, the Moquis get another chance at the other end. And that time, Dunton unable to connect. That will do it, or will it, as the officials debate if they'll call a foul or not, and that will do it for the first quarter. So Moquis lead over the Tigers 9-6 after 1. This is 1A State Championship basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Beaver County's elected officials want to wish the Milford Tigers success in their postseason tournaments. Come visit us in Beaver County, your recreational paradise and the world's headquarters for renewable energy.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit BryceCanyonCityUT.gov.
Welcome back to this state championship basketball presentation brought to you by SUU on TeamHive.live and KTTA 8.1. Moquis jumped out to a 9-6 lead after the first 8 minutes, and stepping right into a 3 is Cottom. It's no good. Rebound brought down by Fisher. Tigers go the other way. Miley looks for Florence, and 2 Tigers were in the area, none able to come down with it. So Escalante gets the ball back.
Cottom still hasn't had a chance Still hasn't scored. She had a great look there, just wasn't able to get that three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, Cottom and Maisie Dunton, two of the leading scorers for the Moquis, as Nadia Griffin is inserting herself into this game. She is the second leading scorer. She has 5 in the early going.
That was a great play. She just got the ball right deep in the middle of the key and put it in.
Spalding, leading scorer for the Tigers. Her Bryce Canyon City 3 is no good. And 2 shots coming for Kylie Fisher as she sticks around on the offensive glass and heads to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
Love to see these kids that are able to just stay in there, get that offensive rebound, put it back in. There's you can just make a living doing that.
First free throw is no good, hard left. Kylie Fisher had 4 points in the loss yesterday to Valley. And it looked like the Moquis may have jumped in early. They do call it. And you can see McCall Dunton points to Gracie Dotson of Milford and says that she went in first. They were both kind of jostling for position.
Maybe a false start call.
We've actually seen a decent amount of lane violations, but they've all been on the shooter. This time it's on the rebounders, and they say that it will be a lane violation on Dunton. The officials talked about it and discussed. So another try, and this time
it was the shooter.
It was the shooter. So 3 free throw attempts. Only one of them really was valid.
Yeah.
And all 3 were missed, but the last one, the violation on Wilden. On Fisher, and she goes to the bench. So Moquis lead by 5, and a turnover. Sherwood was the one who picked it off for the Tigers. Spalding looks to make a move inside. She finds Dotson. Dotson blocked by the backboard underneath, but fights back for it. Now Spalding kicks out around into the corner. Dotson's 3 is no good, so inside, outside, 0 for 2 for Dotson, and the Moquis come away with the loose ball.
Boy, getting pretty physical in there, rebounding and trying to get that shot off.
Both teams have made 3 field goals. Moquis have made use of the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line with 5 free throws. Baseline out of bound for Escalante. And that is lobbed over the arms of Dunton, but Griffin tracks it down. So set up top, McKinley caught him. She faces a double team, is able to get it back, but again, it's Sherwood who's played tough defense on the post, but a loose ball picked up by Woolsey, and she's too strong on the layup. So Spalding brings it the other way for the Tigers, and a bump is called. It was McKinley Cottom who thought she might have been in position, but they call her for a block.
Escalante having a lot of these turnovers. They're starting to pile up on them here in this first half. I've got them for 6, leading to opportunities for these Milford Tigers.
Now going to the line is Spalding, not a shooting foul, so it is 1-1. They are now in the bonus. Both teams shooting 1-1. And it doesn't matter if it's 1-1 or 2 shots for Spalding. She'll knock it down. The first Legacy Ace Hardware free throw for the Tigers. And 2 for 2 is Spalding. So she averages 12 a game. She's got 4. 4 for Spalding, 4 for Miley Wilden is all that the Tigers have. And out of bounds off the Moquis sticks with Escalante. Under 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. Moquis lead 11-8 A bump in the corner, no call, and then drilled on the three-pointer. It's McCall Dunton who took the hit, swishes it through. The officials look at each other, a late whistle, but clearly a foul. Chance for a 4-point play. As you see on the replay, it's Dunton who gets open in the corner. There was the bump at first on Woolsey. They don't call it, but it pays off for the Moquis.
Second three-point shot made by Dunton.
I think she needs somebody to foul her on her free throws, too. They need to have somebody.
Or step back about 5 feet.
That's right. She airballs the free throw, but that's okay. She got 3 on the trip. Florence, a foot inside the three-point line, decides to pass it in to Miley. And Miley continues her hot first half. She has 6 points.
That was a good move. Kind of just a drop step from about 10 feet. A lot of times you see a player get that drop step and just kiss it off the glass, but she drop step and had a little shot and finished.
And she picks up the foul, so it will be 1-1 for the Moquis. And it was Presley Wilden who gets the start, goes out with early foul trouble. She picked up 2 in the first quarter. So Miley comes in, and she's been very productive, leads the Tigers with 6 points. At the free throw line is Maisie Dunton. Her 1-1 goes off the back iron and front rim, falls into the paws of the Tigers. Spalding content to dribble up top. Now she goes in the corner. It's Miley again. This time she's short. Dunton goes down the right side, faces pressure from Miley. Inside Griffin, it's Nadia. She goes too hard off the glass, and back go the Tigers. Spalding looks underneath. The net helps slow the pass down and drop into the hands of Hadley Griffiths, but she can't make the layup. And good job by both teams limiting each other on the offensive glass. So one shot of possession has been the trend. Working on the right side, Moquis have 4 players on the right. It's the corner 3 by Woolsey. No good. And again, one shot. Back goes Spalding for the Tigers. Into the corner, Miley. Wilden, she's hit 3 field goals, none from deep. She keeps firing away, but she has had the hot hand for Milford. And Escalante goes the other way. 14-10 lead, under 4 minutes to play, and another trip to the Legacy A's hardware free throw line. This time Maisie Dunton. You can see Spalding, she's been so active in the first half. She checks out. She has the inhaler in her hand. She's been all over the floor. And the first free throw is good for Maisie Dunton. Back in comes Presley Wilden. She had the 2 fouls in the first quarter. Took a long breather. 1 for 2 trip. And timeout taken by the Tigers. So we will step aside as well. You are listening to 1A State Championship Basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon course takes you through the iconic red rock that is abundant throughout Bryce Canyon country. Also enjoy the 5K or Color Me Fun run. Register today at BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com. Race scheduled for July 15th.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to Bryce Canyon Mule Days 2023. Join us April 30th through May 6th in Tropic, Utah. There will be guided mule rides, vendors, food and fun, arena events, a Friday night concert featuring Bren Hill and Andy Nelson, and the premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday, May 6th. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there.
Welcome back to this 1A State Championship basketball presentation brought to you by the Bryce Canyon Half Marathon on 1aball.com. It's the Escalante Moquis who lead 15-10 over the Milford Tigers, but Miley Wilden checked in. She'll set to inbound it. She's made a big difference in the first half.
She has. She's got 6 points. She comes in averaging just almost 3, but she's got 6 of the Milford Tigers' 10 points.
Wilden, just a freshman. And the Tigers break some pressure from the Moquis, but good recovery. It's Woolsey who gets the steal. It looked like the Tigers had numbers, but the Moquis quickly crashed in the paint. Woolsey gets the steal, and on the other end, the baseline jumper, no good. But there to clean it up is Nadia Griffin, and she is putting together a strong first half. She has 6 points.
Yeah, just on that weak side after the shot went up, able to pick it up and put it in.
And now Florence turns it over for Milford. So what's been a tight game, the Moquis now lead 17-10. They've gone on a little bit of a run. An important final 3 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, these Milford Tigers are going to have to try and get into this lead a little bit. I'm sure they'd like to cut it down to 5 or 3 for sure before heading into the half.
We've seen a lot of games in this tournament swing in the final few minutes before the half. What were once close games turn into blowouts. The Moquis looking for somewhere to go underneath. It's Nadia Griffin again, too strong. Woolsey tracks it down and into the corner. McCall Dunton in and out, rolls around the hoop, and a loose ball foul on the rebound. So we'll walk 94 feet from right to left as free throws coming for the Tigers. I believe it's Presley Wilden.
You know, that's one that I could understand as a coach picking up. That wasn't like, you know, she didn't have the ball secured, and your player just trying to swipe at it, picking up the foul. Both players went up strong that play, and foul was committed, but great hustle. 1-1.
Wilden knocks it down. So good job by the Tigers when they've had 1-1 to knock down that first free throw. If you miss the first one, it's kind of like an 0 for 2 trip.
Right.
And again, 2 for 2. So Talia Spalding went 2 for 2 in her 1-1 trip. Now it's Presley Wilden who goes 2 for 2. And quickly the other way, the Moquis answer back. Once again, it's Nadia Griffin, her third field goal of the second quarter.
Nadia, she's just hanging around that basket, just cutting to the basket, getting the passes and laying them in.
19-12 lead, Moquis over the Tigers, and it's been a Nadia Griffin first half. She gets the steal. Now, Maisie Dunton, she tried to make a move, but that move included one too many steps. So turnover, Moquis goes back to the Tigers, and back comes Miley Wilden. Just over 2 minutes to play in the first half. 19-12 is the score. Both teams in the bonus. It will be 2 free throws the rest of the way as a 10-second violation is called. The Tigers had it about 5 or 10 feet away from the midcourt line for a lot of that possession, just trying to figure out where to go. Didn't realize.
Yeah, Moquis extending that defense out, putting on a half-court trap, and like you said, the Tigers not sure what to do with it to try and break it.
The press didn't really start until the midcourt line, but Florence was caught looking for somewhere to pass it and gets called for the violation. Now 20 seconds on the shot clock for the Moquis. Up top is Cottom. She circles around to Dunton. 10 on the shot clock. Now an entry pass inside. Nadia Griffin doesn't get it to go. Fights for her rebound. Misses again. Another rebound and tapped out of bounds from behind. Or will they say it's a foul? So they get Miley Wilden for the foul from behind. Miley shakes her head, disagrees.
Boy, that's where I would go too if you're the Moquis. Nadia Griffin just having a great first half. She's got 8 points and looking to add to that.
She's already knocked down 2 free throws at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. She makes it 3 and looking for her 4th. And Nadia Griffin already in double figures. A minute and a half to play in the first half. It's now a 9-point lead. Moquis 21, Milford Tigers 12. 1-3-1 zone from the Moquis. Florence circles in the corner. Miley's taken a few from there, and she hasn't connected, but Spalding, it's been Spalding and Wilden, the only two Tigers to make a field goal, and limping comes Maisie Dunton down the floor. She's not checking out of the game. She's running away from her bench and limps into the opposite corner. Her bench is short left. She's far right.
Yeah, it looks like she sprained that left ankle. She's still hobbling out there on that rebound. She must have twisted it pretty good, and looks like Ryan Cottom, coach, is going to call a timeout.
Yeah, so they do send someone to the scores table, and hopefully she is okay, but we will take a timeout. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Chisel's Ranch Sorting. This sport started many years ago sorting the cows and the calves, just doing ranch work. We've turned that into a professional time sporting event. We provide a friendly, welcoming atmosphere where all are welcome. Rookie or pro, come and learn and improve your skills.
Classic Motors of 120 South Main, Richfield stands by their mission statement, which is to provide good old-fashioned service and neighborly pricing, creating an experience worthy of our guests thinking or saying those three magic words, I'll be back. Tradition worth preserving at Classic Motors Richfield.
Welcome back to State Championship Basketball, brought to you by Dr. Rob Barrick Dental on KSLSports.com. And across the bottom of the screen goes Maisie Dunton limping. She'll head to the locker room a minute early. Looked like an ankle. Now the Moquis, they pass it around. 15 on the shot clock. Looking for somewhere to go is Nadia Griffin. Now caught him. Just 10 seconds on the shot clock. And a three is launched but blocked. Nadia Griffin, it falls into her hands. She's no good on the layup. Ball fought for and out of bounds. 30 seconds to go. It's time for our Fab Rats trivia. Fab Rats is an entertaining, family-friendly YouTube channel. Our question for this first half is, what is the camera guy's name? So email at the email on the screen, uhsslive@gmail.com, to win a limited edition Fab Rats t-shirt. What is the camera guy's name? As the game clock for the first half winds to 10, Spalding looks inside, and Presley Wilden dribbles it out of bounds. So good pressure by the Moquis. 9 seconds on the game clock in the second. Moquis with a 7-point lead. Clock winds to 3, and the steps of Cottom winds to 3 as well. Travel. So Tigers take over, and a sub comes in. Alyssa Sherwood will close out the half. She checks in for Kylie Fisher. Spalding will have to launch from midcourt. She does.
Oh,
and
man.
nearly gets it to go. Spalding with the heave.
I thought it was in.
It looked good, and she runs back to the bench smiling with a good effort. So we will come back after this with the SUU halftime report. Stick around. Moquis lead 21-14 over the Tigers. You're listening to 1A State Championship Basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
The Milford Medical Clinic would like to wish the Milford Tigers good luck in the 1A region and state basketball tournaments. Our providers and staff are here to help keep our community healthy and safe. We have clinics in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
Danny Orton at Coldwell Banker Realty is pleased to support all the teams in this year's tournament. Danny has done his best to accommodate both buyers and sellers in our rural area. Top listings and personalized service is what you get with Danny Orton at Coldwell Banker Realty in Penguins.
Welcome out to the SUU halftime report. We have first half recap and stats as the Milford Tigers cheerleading squad takes center floor with their sign, "We love Atlee, forever in our hearts." For Atlee cheerleader at Bryce Valley, we are thinking of her and
Panguitch.
Or for Panguitch, I
Yep.
apologize. Panguitch. That is, Bryce Valley did the same with
Right.
the same sign for Atlee earlier this evening. In the first half, it's 21-14, Moquis lead over the Tigers, and it was really Nadia Griffin who led the way.
Yeah, Nadia Griffin. I have her for 4 rebounds. I may have missed a couple because it seemed like she got a lot of offensive rebounds in there. 10 points for her in this first half. Really did a great job inside the paint for these Moquis.
And she had a couple trips to the free throw line, knocked down 4 Legacy Ace Hardware free throws, 3 baskets. She had 8 points alone in the second quarter. McCall Dunton, she knocked down 2 Bryce Canyon City 3-pointers. And then for the other side, it was really Miley Wilden who came in and made a difference for the Tigers. She had 6 points. And then Talia Spalding as well. She had 6. So a good job by them to help weather the storm from the Moquis and keep the Tigers in it. 7-point game. Should be a good one in the second half. This has been your SUU halftime report. Check them out at suu.edu. Come soar with SUU.
Hey, this is Dr. Rob Barrick, the smile artist located here in Cedar City. If you've ever wanted a new smile, but something's been holding you back, I'd love to spend a minute with you and just answer your questions. If you go to my website, you can set up a free 15-minute video phone call with me where we can just talk about it. The next step is also free. You'd come in and we'd actually design your smile together right there in the chair, print it out, and have you snap it in and give it a test run before doing the actual veneers. To check out my smile portfolio, visit drrobdental.com.
Fab Rats is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today.
Just like we mend it now. All right.
Hey, Mom, I'm going to Sydney.
Hello? What about the fridge?
The Gifts from Grady Foundation Charity Poker Run will be held April 22nd. For registration rules and regulations, go to giftsfromgrady.com. Raising awareness about organ donation, one tiny donor at a time, in honor of Grady Boy.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by Kane County's full-service grocer, Glazer's Family Market in Kanab. Save with their weekly specials and please check out their digital ads. For guaranteed freshness in their meat and produce and short lines, go to Glazer's Family Market in Kanab.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese and Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese. Celebrating 80 years of service, Garfield Ready Mix and Bryce Valley Builders are proud to sponsor 1A basketball, providing quality concrete to Garfield, Kane, Wayne, and Paiute counties. The mutters at Garfield Ready Mix are the best of the best. Joe's Main Street Market is your full-service grocery store in downtown Bainbridge, featuring a tantalizing fresh meat counter and a wide selection of fruits and vegetables, as well as all your regular items in a grocery store: bread, milk, cookies, and ice cream. First-class customer care at Joe's. JT Steel is a custom steel fabricator. It all began with a $2,000 job in 1983. From large projects like the BYU baseball stadium to a customer that needs an angle with a couple holes, owner and Garfield County Commissioner Jerry Taylor wishes all teams success.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve the students and parents in Kane County. For information, go to kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance, the Kane County School District.
Want to basketball court, it's great to have a player that can do it all. Kazan Memorial Clinic in Escalante provides medical, dental, and pharmacy services all in one location for affordable and outstanding health care. Trust Kazan Memorial Clinic in Escalante.
Legacy Ace Hardware and Sporting Goods, 159 North Main in Panguitch. Come in and visit us for all your hardware and sporting good needs. Legacy Ace Hardware, proudly supporting Utah high school athletics. Mike's Food Town in Beaver, Utah, believes in giving their customers a great variety of products, superior customer service at an affordable price. We appreciate our customers' loyalty and wish the Milford Tigers success in the postseason.
Welcome back to Richfield High School. It is halftime, just over 3 minutes to play before we resume the second half. The Escalante Moquis lead 21-14 over the Milford Tigers. It's been Nadia Griffin leading the way with 10 points. We will get back with the second half after a few more breaks. This is 1A State Championship basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Milford Memorial Hospital provides excellent emergency, acute, and long-term care. Quality health care with small town TLC.
You like car shows? Well, let's supersize it, as trucks from all over come for you to enjoy at the Panguitch Truck Show. It's a family fun event on the 4th of July weekend. Friday night is the light show on Panguitch Main Street from 8 to 10:30. Saturday, the show will be at the Panguitch City Park from 10 to 4. Truck registration is $75. We support all the truck drivers that make our communities better. We wish all teams success.
After a big win, it's easy to smile. After a hard loss, it's not so easy. Win or lose, keep your smile in the game with your friends at Panguitch Dental. With a sliding scale discount based on income and family size, coupled with outstanding patient care, there's much to smile about at Panguitch Dental. Paul's Auto Repair in Panguitch is your dependable stop for vehicle, ATVs, and even snowmobile repairs and maintenance. With a complete line of accessories, including helmets, batteries, fuel containers, and tires, Paul's is able to keep your outfit running with quality parts and service.
Paiute School District's mission statement seeks to develop responsible, productive, successful citizens through their progressive education system that emphasizes self-worth and high achievement. Paiute School District honors their students and athletes from all their schools.
Drinking. Yeah, well, she might seem a little young, but I definitely do.
Brought to you by the Panguitch, Bryce Valley, and Escalante Prevention Coalitions. Imagine a cool winter sunrise with sound of skates gliding across smooth ice, adding to the soundtrack of winter in Bryce, with the unveiling of the Bryce Canyon Ice Ribbon. The ice ribbon offers a meandering path with music echoing through the pines. Ruby's Inn provides crowd-pleasing activities that include ice skating, snowshoeing, and cross-country skiing, with equipment rentals on site. Book now at ruby'sinn.com.
Welcome back to this presentation of State Championship Basketball, brought to you by the Windy Mesa Studio on TeamHive.live and KTTA 8.1. I'm Tyler Gibb alongside Dave Franson, Nathan Thatcher, and Cray Shakespeare on camera. Nate is our producer, and it is 21-14. Escalante leads over Milford. Now, these two teams have met twice before. This is the third time. It was Milford who led after the first half by 6, and Escalante ended up winning that in the first matchup, and then Milford led the whole way in the second matchup. We'll see what matchup number 3 has in store. Tigers start the second half in a bit of a pickle is Hadley Griffiths, and her shot is no good. So Moquis get a stop on the opening possession. McKinley caught him. She just keeps working her way all the way down to the hoop, but is long, and it's Griffiths who rebound up ahead to Florence.
And it looks like Maisie Dunton still not in the game after she sprained her ankle there in the second quarter. She's on the bench. Looks like she's moving pretty well. Hopefully she'll get a chance to go back in.
Good catch, Dave. She doesn't start, but she did just come running over, and a ball rolling around, a little bit of pinball. And then
Nadia Griffin able to squirt that out to Woolsey.
We had a little pinball, then she bowls it over to Woolsey, and a 10-second count. So that was pretty quick. No pressure from Escalante, and it looks like Coach Cottom maybe saying that when Griffin was on the ground, they started that clock early because it was pretty quick. So they may have counted Griffin's first couple of seconds on the ground before she bowled it over to Woolsey on the shot clock. It doesn't matter. Tigers ball, and it's Alyssa Sherwood who says, I don't care about a 10-second violation. I'm just going to get buckets.
Boy, and Milford needs that. They need to find somebody else out there that can score. They've only had 3 scores there in the first half, so good to see Sherwood get involved.
Back the other way, Cottom misses. Now they did give that last bucket on the scoreboard to Escalante. That is incorrect as Spalding misses the open layup. She wishes she could have that one back. Now they go to fix it. So it is a 5-point game instead of 9. For any Tiger fans that were getting worried that they might get robbed of a few points. All is back to normal. 21-16. Moquis lead over the Tigers. And a little bit of pressure, 3 seconds to get it across, and this time the Moquis are more aware of the 10 seconds. Working it around, beautiful pass inside. Griffin finds Sandifer, but Sandifer misses. So no buckets so far in the second half for the Moquis. The Tigers, they have one, looking to add another, and cannot. But it's Presley Wilden who does. She grabs the offensive rebound and puts it in, so all of a sudden it's a one-possession game.
Yeah, Presley did a nice job picking that up off the floor, putting it in the hoop.
Her time was limited in the first half from what she normally would play because of a couple early fouls.
Miley was pleased about that as she came in for Presley and knocked down 6 points. She played great in that first half.
Speaking of playing great in the first half, it's Nadia Griffin, and looks like she's set to play a great second half. A good post move.
She's going to keep it going. She comes in averaging 9 points a game and has 12 now.
So double figures in the first half for Nadia, and she adds to it. Tigers trail by 5. About 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Nearly banked in 3 for the Tigers, and it's Wilden who tries to get an extra possession for the Tigers, and she's successful.
The referees converse, not sure who the ball went out on. Like the Moquis touched it last, it's going to stay in possession of the Tigers.
Spalding set to inbound. Active in the first half was she. And a good spin move inside is Hadley Griffiths, no good. And Wilden again fighting for an extra possession, so she maybe has some fresher legs than she's used to at this point in the game, and she's making it pay off.
Yeah, Alyssa Sherwood also got a nice offensive board and put back.
And substitution as 4 fouls for Kiera Sandifer. She's not happy. She walked all the way past the bench around the bleachers, so it didn't look like an injury, just a little frustration with the foul trouble. Tigers, great anticipation as into the game is Maisie Dunton coming over her ankle injury, and she falls hard. Her layup attempt went in and out, so she comes limping a little bit. Refs initially point Moquis ball, but then change it back to the Tigers, and to the Moquis' dismay.
Boy, Maisie Dunton took that ball hard to the basket, went up with the right hand on that left side. Maybe if she was able to control and go up with that left hand, she may have got a call. There was a little bit of a contact, but no call.
For those of you on radio, Maisie Dunton picked that off. Just imagine a cornerback picking off a slant route. as Wilden's layup on the other end is no good. Just read it perfect and went the other way. No points come out of it. Dunton, a beautiful bounce pass down low for the Moquis. Inside, unable to finish is Griffin. Ball fought for. Griffin comes back away with it. And Dunton, who for playing on a hurt ankle is very active, chases down a loose ball. Elbow jumper no good by Sonata Griffin. And Spalding goes to the hoop, decides to pass it back out to Presley Wilden, who three was online but too long.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be good. She shot it from the right side angle and looked like it was going to go in, but like you said, just a little hard and went right over the rim.
From our point of view, where we sit at the broadcast table, it was directly in line with the hoop. Moquis face some pressure, pass out of it. Now Nadia Griffin in a double team. She draws a foul. So 3 fouls, 3 team fouls for Milford. And a sub comes in is Kylie Fisher.
Hadley Griffiths will go out. That's her 3rd foul.
So a little bit of foul trouble starting to creep in on both sides. Nearly a 5-second count, but into Nadia Griffin, and there goes Maisie Dunton again. You'd never think she hurt her ankle in the first half.
Yeah, she's not going to be denied. Another strong rebound for her. I have her for 6 on the game.
And the Moquis student section likes to let the Tigers know when they can't do something. As another "you can't do that" chant rains down, Dunton lands a free throw.
Very helpful of them.
And that's the 3rd foul for Presley Wilden. So she had 2 in the first quarter. Doesn't pick up her 3rd until now, but she checks out. In comes Miley Wilden, and a 2-for-2 trip for Dunton. She has 5 points, and more steps are called. It's Paisley Florence of the Tigers. So Moquis take back over. The lead's been hovering around 5 to 7 points the entire quarter. They lead by 7 now. Dunton gets it to Sonata Griffin, and a 3 is fired away. Caught him, no good. Tigers come down with it. They trail 18-25. Spalding, good look inside. Too long on the layup is Whitney Stoddard, but it's because she took a bump, so she'll go to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for 2 fouls, and just like that, it's the Milford student section who sends it back with a "you can't do that" chant.
Yeah, a little crowd battle down there.
First free throw is good. So Whitney Stoddard enters the scoring department for the Tigers. She's the 5th Tiger to score. And she goes 2 for 2 at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. So the Tigers hanging around.
Yeah, they're not quitting or giving up.
Trying to save it in bounds. A volleyball tap is McCall Dunton, but it goes to the Tigers. Florence in the corner picks up her dribble, and she went to throw it to Whitney Stoddard, but Whitney Stoddard ran away right when she let the pass fly.
Yeah, she cut to the basket and thought she was still there and threw it back out of bounds.
Milford applying a little pressure near midcourt on Escalante, and 3-ball right wing. Banked in. It's McCall Dunton with her 3rd Bryce Canyon City 3-pointer of the game. That one using a little bit of glass.
Yeah, she's hit 3 of them, so maybe she meant to bank that one in.
And that was high on the backboard. That didn't just barely line drive sneak in as Spalding tries to answer with a 3 of her own, but it hit pretty high, probably on the upper half of the backboard. Yeah. A lot of arc.
Kind of above the box, or that top corner of the box on the backboard. I didn't hear bank, but we're a long ways away from where she would have had to call.
I'm sure it was said. A timeout taken. Escalante leads Milford 28-20 with 2:16 left in the third quarter. This is 1A State Championship basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Sevier Valley Hospital is proud to support our local athletes both during the game and after. Each of our own starters has an impressive record in addition to years of experience in the field. Sevier Valley Hospital, keeping quality health care close to home.
Smithfield Farms is headquartered in Milford, Utah, with operations throughout southern Utah. We produce good food responsibly. Smithfield Farms, proud to support the Milford Tigers.
Welcome back to Richfield High School for this state championship presentation of Bryce Canyon Mule Days Chrome and Canyon Mule Sale on 1aball.com. And the Tigers come out of the timeout. Miley Wilden picks up where she left off in the first half. She knocks down the mid-range jumper. The Moquis trying to answer back, but Maisie Dunton, who grimaces in a little bit of pain, dribbled it out of bounds. Now we do have our winner for the Fab Rats question. Canyon Owen is the winner. The question was, what is the camera guy's name? The answer is Hunter Cox. So Canyon, have somebody pick up your limited edition Fab Rats t-shirt in the SVC, as another mid-range jumper for Wilden is short. And travel called on Whitney Stoddard. So that t-shirt can be picked up at the broadcast station at the SVC. Congratulations, Canyon. Some substitutions filter in and out for both teams, and Milford comes out with some man-to-man pressure. Cottom dribbles down and gets tripped up in the left corner. Foul called against Hadley Griffiths, her fourth. So foul trouble starting to creep in. She has 4. For the Moquis, Kira Sandifer has 4.
McKinley Cottom still hasn't had a chance to get on the scoring board. She's had a little bit of a rough game. Comes in averaging over 7 points a game. So the Milford Tigers doing a good job shutting her down.
The officials meet to discuss, not sure what they were discussing, maybe who the foul was on or possible shot clock, but play is resumed. It's Maisie who dribbles up top, a little hobbled from her ankle injury, left sock higher than her right. She gets it back and drives inside left side, gets it ripped away by Spalding. Ball fought for. Spalding comes away with it. She sprints down the floor. Beautiful bounce pass inside. Gracie Dotson unable to connect, and Spalding, incredible hustle, chases it down and earns herself a trip to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
Yeah, Maisie Dunton a little frustrated, I think, not being able to get that rebound, and Talia Spalding pulls it down, goes back up to the rim, and Maisie fouls her, makes sure she doesn't make the shot.
It was in the first half that we saw Talia Spalding go over to the bench with an inhaler. Now it's Maisie Dunton who stands with her coach, Coach Cottom, and she looks exhausted. Everybody giving it all out here in day 2 of the 1A State Championships. And Spalding, she knocks down her free throw. So a 4-point game, 28-24. Escalante leads, but Milford slowly creeping their way back in.
Yeah, they've done a good job trying to get back into this game. 4-point game.
Dunton faces her but gets out of it. A rocket pass to her teammate, and it's tipped out of bounds. Officials say off of Miley Wilden of Milford. Miley claps her hands, doesn't like the call.
About half the fans didn't like the call.
Seems to work out that way a lot. Dunton, she dribbles in, gets some contact, so that'll be the 4th team foul. against Milford. Or 6th team
That's
foul.
The 6th. So one more, and they'll be shooting 1-on-1s that Escalante Moquis will be.
Inside, trying to find Dunton. And speaking of 1-on-1s, there we go. They call a foul on the inbounds pass. They threw it in to the key for Dunton, as some Milford fans are not pleased with the whistle they've been getting in the last few minutes.
Yeah, 7-3 fouls. 7 on Milford.
And 1-on-1, pretty impressive display of 1-on-1 free throw shooting by both teams in this game, knocking down that first. That's something that's not easy to do with that extra pressure of the 1-on-1.
Maisie Dunton, she's done a good job at the line. I have her 5 for 7, I think. That getting her points at the line.
4 of those free throws in this quarter. Too strong are the Tigers, and ripped away. Shot clock turned off. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Moquis take it the other way. They don't look content to hold for one, so they go into the post. Nadia Griffin, why would you wait for one shot when you can just go right away and get 2 with Nadia Griffin inside?
That's right. Nadia Griffin, she's just carrying this team in this game so far.
What was a 4-point game just a minute ago is now an 8-point game. Block shot, 2 seconds left in the quarter, so strong close to the quarter by the Moquis as a final heave is no good. And they go to the bench with smiles. Milford will talk things over. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
SUU is truly dedicated to the students as they help each to succeed in their academic and career endeavors and have the college experience they've always dreamed of.
SUU prepares their students for their futures after graduation.
The hands-on learning you'll get through any of our programs will set you on the right path for future success.
College is for you. Not only can you make it work, but college can be the best time of your life.
No matter what your chosen field of study is, you'll be given opportunities for professional advancement and excellence at SUU.
Utah Independent Bank, locally owned with branches to serve you in Beaver, Salina, Monroe, and Milford. Our loan officers and staff are ready to serve you for all your banking needs. Bank with people you know and trust. Get custom banking with custom ideas and custom solutions at Utah Independent Bank.
Welcome back to this presentation of State Championship Basketball, brought to you by Great Lakes Cheese on TeamHive.live. As we begin to start the fourth quarter, you may have noticed if you're watching the broadcast, but both teams, the girls on each side, are wearing yellow ribbons in their hair for Atlee Blevins of Panguitch.
Yeah, Atlee, a cheerleader. I believe she's a junior there at Panguitch High. She's been battling with cancer now for a while, and anyway, teams are really supportive for her. People are praying for her, so if you keep her in your prayers and in your thoughts, that would be great.
Yeah, cool tribute by both teams, and it just shows the tight-knit community that 1A basketball is. We've seen the cheerleaders come out with a sign for Atlee, so really cool tribute to see. First 15 seconds is underway in the fourth quarter, and a foul is picked up by Escalante, so that was their 4th team foul. The Moquis, they're in the bonus themselves, so they have 1-1. Milford still a few fouls to go before they're shooting free throws. 8-point deficit for the Tigers as Spalding cross-court pass to Miley. Miley looking inside for Presley, instead decides to go back across the court to Spalding, and why not when Spalding can knock down a Bryce Canyon City three-pointer?
Yeah, cross-court pass by Miley to find Spalding and knock down a 3. Bring this back within 5.
And that's a tough pass going all the way from basically one corner to the other across the defense, but executed perfectly by the Tigers, and nearly executed perfectly until the rim decided to rob Nadia Griffin. It goes in and out, so Milford trailing by 5, a chance to make it a one-possession game, and Spalding has the chance to do so at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, where she'll shoot 2 free throws.
Spalding, the leading scorer for this Milford Tigers team. She kind of this fourth quarter, I don't think she's ready to be done with basketball yet. She's starting to take this game over and see if she can get this Tiger team back in this game.
And she knocks down the first free throw, so she's already hit 5 free throws. She just hit the three. She's starting to heat up. She's at her season average of 12 points right now. Still 7 minutes to go in the game. And just like that, what started as an 8-point game just a minute and 5 seconds ago in the fourth quarter, has a double dribble may have been gotten away with, but it doesn't matter. Steal from Miley Wilden, and she can't connect, so it will remain a 3-point lead for Escalante over Milford. Moquis slow things down the other way. McCall Dunton, 5 feet beyond the 3-point line, looking for somewhere to go. And Spalding again, she is so active. This gets called for being a little too active.
Yeah, she tried to cut right between Dunton and the two Duntons and get the ball, but held on to Maisie just a little bit. Got called for the foul, and that's her third.
She runs over to Mallory Bailey to have a discussion while Maisie Dunton misses the front end of the 1-and-1. So one more set of 1-and-1 free throws if there's another foul on Milford. In the meantime, Spalding decides to try to get her second basket of the quarter, but she cannot. Nearly over and back. Never had possession, was caught him in the backcourt, so it is not called, although the Tigers thought it should have been. Air ball, fought for, and Moquis come up with the offensive rebound. It's Kiara Sandiford. Now the three is airballed, as there was some airball chance previously raining down, and in continuation, another airball.
Yeah, two pretty good looks there at the left angle at the three-point line, and neither one of them able to draw iron.
It was the Escalante student section that started it with the "you can't do this" chance, and then Milford decided to chime in, hit him back with the "you can't do this," and now some airball chance. Spalding pump fakes the three up top. Right elbow jumper, swishes it home. It's a 1-point game. Teresa Spalding, all 6 points from either team in the fourth quarter. Moquis try to bat it inside. It's Nadia Griffin. She takes some contact. Miley Wilden, she drops her head back in dismay. The Wildens have dealt with a little bit of foul trouble.
Yeah, 7 straight points by Talia Spalding bring these Milford Tigers back within one.
First free throw too strong by
she's
Nadia.
done it everywhere. She's hit a three. She's got some free throws, hit a little jumper right there. So she's, like you said, heating up.
It's fun to watch when both teams are very active, but you have players like Spalding that just bring the energy into the gym. And the second free throw is no good, but Maisie Dunton there tries to clean it up. She can't. But that energy is really rubbed off into the student sections, into the fans. Spalding, center up top, a spin move, a floater. Spalding on fire, gives the Tigers a lead. Hasn't been that way since the first quarter.
Yeah, like you said, she's just decided she wants to continue to play.
It was Maisie Dunton that went flying down the floor, not involved in the play, but involved in the play is what the officials will say is a timeout by Escalante. So ball fought for on the ground, bodies flying all over the place. Talia Spalding, a dominant fourth quarter so far, just 3 minutes in. We'll take a break. Milford leads 33-32 over Escalante. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
You're in Paris with a group from the University of Utah, studying intellectual traditions, like René Descartes, who said, "I think, therefore I am." So deep. Then it suddenly hits you.
I'm only a freshman.
We call that Utah Fresh. Do real-world research. Go learn abroad. Join an on-campus living team. Yes, our freshman experience is refreshingly different. Only at the U.
Trust your smile to Cody Wilson. Located in Cedar City, Wilson Orthodontics creates a fun, efficient environment while perfecting your smile. Schedule an appointment today, 435-586-8980.
Welcome back to State Championship Basketball, brought to you by the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games on 1aball.com. If you've been waiting for a barn burner in the 1A girls bracket, you found yourself in the right spot. Milford leads by 1. switch that. Escalante leads by 1. Maisie Dunton not letting me get my sentence finished off. She gives the Moquis the lead back, 34-33. That stops a 9-0 run to start the fourth quarter, all by Talia Spalding. Spalding swings it left corner. Miley Wilden still unable to connect from deep. She has 8 points, all in 2-point range.
Great timeout by Cottom to drop a good out-of-bounds play and give them 2 points for the Moquis.
Another beautiful play. An answer back, Kiera Sandifer, and all of a sudden it's back to a 3-point lead for the Moquis. Spalding trying to get something going for the offense. The offense has been her in the fourth quarter. Directing traffic, she still dribbles up top, now into the right corner and back to Spalding. Spalding looking to feed it inside to Presley. Presley tries to save it in, but it's the sure hands of Nadia Griffin who secures it. And now Griffin will trot 94 feet for 2 free throws. It is double bonus.
Wow, that was actually a pretty good pass by Spalding. Found Wilden underneath, just Wilden not quite able to hold off the defender and grab that ball at the same time, and the ball heads out of bounds or towards out of bounds, saved in, and foul called.
Spalding was a couple feet beyond the three-point line on the right wing and threw it to Presley on the left block. First free throw good for Nadia Griffin. So imagine knocking down free throws will be a key in the double bonus for the Moquis. There may be some late game fouling, and not a problem for Nadia Griffin. She's already knocked down 7 at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Ryan Cottom wants to discuss things now that he has the lead back. Escalante leads 38-33 over Milford. This is 1A State Championship basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games is Utah's premier sporting event. The games are hosted by Southern Utah University, and we invite you to be part of the action. Register today and compete in a variety of events, from barrel racing, skeet shooting, basketball, track, arm wrestling, long-range rifle and pistol shooting, ultimate frisbee, horseshoes, swimming, and so much more. Find your event and register today at utahsummergames.org.
Windy Mesa Studios in Panguitch is your local source for personalized and custom printed products. From wholesale items for your gift shop to custom framed or gallery wrapped canvas pictures, we have you covered. Contact us at 435-618-0014.
For over 100 years, Bear River Mutual has been insuring Utah families for less. For home, auto, or property insurance, contact Yardley Insurance Agency in Panguitch for a quote. Bear River Mutual, insuring the best drivers and most responsible homeowners.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
Welcome back to Richfield High School. It is Escalante who has climbed back to a 5-point lead with 3.5 minutes to go. And inside Milford trying to answer back out of the timeout is Presley Wilden. She's no good. Moquis corral the rebound. So just when Talia Spalding led Milford back and got him a lead, it's Escalante who answers back with a 6-0 run, but they bounce it out of bounds. So back to Milford, a careless turnover.
Yeah, and those turnovers, they become pretty costly down the stretch, and so they're going to want to try and take care of that ball.
Especially that early in the shot clock. You don't have to try to do anything fancy with a 5-point lead. And Florence tries to answer an elbow jumper, no good, batted out of bounds. Officials look at each other, hesitation, but they decide to keep it with the Tigers. Milford trails 38-33, 3 minutes to play. Into the corner, Presley stares at a 3, finally launches and airballs. So she thought about it, and by the time she let it fly, nothing but air.
Yeah, Moquis just wanting her to take that shot, I think. They gave her plenty of room, and no one even came out to stop her.
Left baseline, pass inside, finds Nadia Griffin, who's been the hot hand. Can't get it to go. Tie-up called. Griffin and Presley are the two involved, and it will go back to the Tigers. Griffin has 16 points. That's Nadia Griffin. Sonata Griffin, who has also got time, is scoreless. Spalding goes left wing to Florence. Tigers going against man-to-man for the Moquis. Florence circles it back. Right wing is Spalding. She goes left side. Bounce pass to Florence. Florence thinks about it. Over to Wilden in the corner. Another air ball. It was Presley in the right corner. That time Miley in the left corner. Back-to-back air balls and a foul 94 feet from the hoop.
Yeah, again, that was just a rebound foul. Maisie Dunton had great position that time, and as Wilden tried to go over her back to get that ball, get that rebound. But gosh, I've got Maisie Dunton with 9 rebounds so far, so she's going to be on double-double watch here.
First free throw is good. It's double bonus the rest of the way for the Moquis. And 2 for 2. So Dunton crosses double figures in points. That gives her 10th and 11th. One more rebound, and she has the unofficial double-double.
Right.
Florence,
very unofficial with me doing it.
Very unofficial. Commentating and keeping stats. So Spalding spins, goes back left side. Miley again tries from the corner. This time she catches iron, but doesn't catch the bottom of the net. So Moquis lead by 7. What was a 33-32 lead for the Tigers has been an 8-0 run. And can they make it 10? Yes, they can. McKinley caught him, extends it a 10-0 run. So the Moquis lead by 9 with 1:43 to go. And Mallory Bailey wants to figure out how she can get her team back into this. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Here's a call out to all experienced CDLA drivers. Barney Trucking wants you to join their team. They pride themselves on what they have to offer. For more info, call their recruiting office at 866-443-1160 or visit www.driveforbarney.com.
Bryce Canyon National Park. Seeing it in person is nothing short of magical. And this year, as we celebrate Bryce's 100th anniversary as a protected national treasure, there's no better time to take in some of that magic. There'll be concerts, festivals, and other events throughout the year. So start making plans now to join us for this once-in-a-lifetime celebration. For more information, visit brycecanyon.org.
Welcome back for the final minute 40 of this state championship basketball, brought to you by Ruby's Inn on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Tigers looking to climb back from the 9-point deficit in the final minute and a half. And stepping on the baseline is Milford. It was Hadley Griffiths who tried to chase it down, but her toes caught the end line. The fourth quarter started out 32-24 for the Moquis. A 9-0 Talia Spalding run as a turnover for the Tigers, so a chance back. It went 9-0 run Tigers, 9-0 run, and quickly the other way, it's Kiera Sandifer who gets the steal and clobbered in the backside by Miley Wilden. She'll go to the line for 2 more free throws.
Miley Wilden trying to sneak behind her and see if she could tap that ball away, and at the last second, she turned and Miley just mowed her over, picked up her 4th foul.
So both Wildens with 4 fouls. First free throw is good for Kiera Sandifer. So she's dealt with foul trouble herself. She picked up 4 in the third quarter, but she has been safe since, and she goes 2 for 2. What was shaping up to be the best game of the girls' bracket has blossomed to an 11-point lead quickly. Still been a great game, exciting.
It has. Coach Cottom, he really did, told his girls something, and since then they've really shut down Talia Spalding. She hasn't had a chance to score since.
And there goes a turnover by Spalding. Maisie Dunton on a hurt ankle, goes the other way, no good. Second try, no good. Milford pushes the other way. Stoddard has it right side. She keeps running, picks up the dribble at the right baseline. Spalding fires for a Bryce Canyon City 3, in and out. Rebound, put back inside, no good again. Stoddard tries for another chance. Get that out of here, says Dunton, and another foul. So 33 seconds left, and that may do it for this one. The Moquis lead by 11. Head to the line for 2 free throws at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line is McCall Dunton.
Boy, that's too bad for Talia Spalding. That ball was just in and out. That 3 points would have really helped kind of bring them back or have a chance to get back in this, but instead it goes down the other end, and the Moquis knock down another free throw.
Using the backboard on that one. Spalding started the fourth quarter with the Bryce Canyon City 3, knocked down a few free throws, then some beautiful finishes. But ever since, the Tigers have been silent. It's been all Moquis as a fresh set of substitutions come in for Escalante. Raylan Roberts, Ellie Nelson check in, as well as Madison White as the rebound is missed. And Rhiannon Woolsey also in for the Moquis. Spalding finds Florence. She finds the rim and gets an and one, so she'll go to the line. Chance to complete a three-point play. Still showing a little bit of fight. Going to be too little too late, but a good play for Florence.
You got to like it, though. You love a team that's just going to fight right to the end, and these Tigers have done that.
Taylor Carlisle also checks into the game. So the work for the Moquis starters is done, as Florence's chance to complete the three-point play is no good. 2 more free throws will be coming for the Tigers, this time Presley Wilden.
Presley Wilden's done a good job rebounding down there. She kind of had her play limited like you talked about earlier there in the first half, but she's still able to get her 7th rebound.
First free throw is short. The end of the second day of basketball. These girls have to be tired. That one, high arcer, swishes through.
Yeah. Barely even got the net. Just straight through.
Still some full court pressure, and a tie-up is called. So the Tigers still have their starters and main players in. The Moquis have, for the most part, emptied the bench. And Spalding, she rips it away, gets a steal. So she'll add to her point total. And one counted in the foul. 7-point game, 8 seconds to go. She'll go back to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. 11 points in the quarter for Spalding.
Yeah, Spalding really, she comes in averaging 12 points a game. She's a leader for this team as far as scoring goes. But, boy, this fourth quarter, she's really battled.
That's 19 in the game, so a chance for a 20-point game for Spalding at the second round of the 1A state tournament, and she does get it. So 20-point game, timeout called by Mallory Bailey.
And she's not quitting either. She's calling a timeout. 6-point game with 8.4 seconds to go.
We'll take a timeout as well. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
All right, well, let's take this down to Bo's Auto Parts. They should have the parts to get us going.
Can I help you with something?
Bo's CarQuest takes pride in serving all of southern Utah. Visit us in Beaver, Cedar City, and St. George for all of your auto part needs. We thank you for choosing to shop local.
Beaver County's elected officials want to wish the Milford Tigers success in their postseason tournaments. Come visit us in Beaver County, your recreational paradise and the world's headquarters for renewable energy.
Welcome back for the final 8 seconds of this presentation of 1A State Championship Basketball. It's Escalante who leads 45-39 over Milford. And an inadvertent buzzer sounds. So it looks like because this is the consolation side of the bracket, this will be the final game for the Tigers of the season, barring a miracle.
There's I'm not sure. It should be about 7 seconds on there.
It was just at a timeout, so it shouldn't be that hard to reset it. Few seniors for the Tigers: Whitney Stoddard, Alyssa Sherwood, and Presley Wilden, who have all had great careers for Milford, all been effective.
Looks like Coach Cotham's going to throw a couple of his starters back in to just ensure that they get this win. They don't want to have a couple quick turnovers and a couple threes by these Tigers and lose a chance to advance to the third day. I'm not sure what that buzzer was for.
Yeah, the shot clock has been turned off, so it wasn't from there. Now the clock shows 84 seconds. It shows 1:24 on the TV, and now they set it to 8.4 seconds. So they get it resolved. Talia Spalding, who just finished off the and one for Milford, had her first 20-point game. He's in the second of her career. Inbound by the Moquis, and the final seconds were trying to tick down, but a Tiger foul will send McKinley Cottam to the line.
Kind of surprised that the Tigers waited so long to foul right there. So a lot of times you try to foul for profit at this point, but they let 6 seconds tick off before committing the foul and put McKinley Cottam to the line.
Cottam, no problem knocking down the first free throw at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. And the subs will check back in for the Moquis. Also a sub for the Tigers for the final 2.1. Cottam makes it 47-39. She'll check out for the final 2 seconds. So clock malfunction, a few subs, and some free throws in the final 8 seconds will do it as Talia Spalding throws it onto the other side of the floor, and that will do it. Escalante, impressive fourth quarter close to put away the Milford Tigers. Strong performance by both teams. Stick around. Coming up next, the Visit BryceCanyonCity.com player of the game and the Ruby's In post-game report. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next